country music legend Willie Nelson has spent over 6 decades touching hearts and souls with his distinctive voice, masterful guitar work, and deeply emotional songwriting. Throughout his illustrious career, the red-headed stranger has delivered countless memorable performances, but none quite like his most recent show that left audiences emotionally devastated and critics searching for superlatives. This wasn't just another concert. It was a transcendent moment in music history that reminded everyone why Nelson remains one of America's most beloved artists. The performance took place at the historic Ryman Auditorium in Nashville, Tennessee, a venue steeped in country music tradition and known as the Mother Church of country music. The intimate setting, with its legendary acoustics and rich history, provided the perfect backdrop for what would become an unforgettable evening. As fans filed into the venue, there was a palpable sense of anticipation mixed with reverence. Many attendees were longtime followers who had witnessed Nelson's evolution from his early days in Texas honky-tonks to his status as a living legend. The demographic was diverse, spanning multiple generations united by their love for authentic country music. The context behind the performance, what made this particular show so emotionally charged, wasn't just Nelson's legendary status, but the context surrounding it. At 91 years old, Willie Nelson continues to tour with a passion that defies his age. But recent health concerns and the natural passage of time have made every performance feel increasingly precious to his devoted fan base. When Willie Nelson walked onto the stage, the audience erupted in thunderous applause that seemed to go on forever. Dressed in his signature braids, bandana, and well-worn clothes, he carried his famous guitar, Trigger, the Martin N20, that has been his constant companion for over 5 decades. The opening song choice was deliberate and profound. Nelson began with Whiskey River, but there was something different in his delivery. His voice, weathered by years of living and performing, carried an extra layer of vulnerability that immediately signaled this wouldn't be an ordinary show. The carefully curated set list read like an autobiography set to music. Whiskey River, opening with this crowd favorite On the Road Again, his signature anthem of wanderlust, Crazy, the Patsy Cline classic he penned, Blue Eyes Crying in the Rain, a haunting ballad, Always on My Mind, his Grammy-winning interpretation, Mamas Don't Let Your Babies Grow Up to Be Cowboys, a duet with special guest, The Party's Over, a poignant reflection on endings, Angel Flying Too Close to the Ground, his tender love song, Georgia on My Mind, a jazz standard reimagined, Stardust, the closing number that left everyone speechless. Musical arrangements and instrumentation, Nelson's longtime band, featuring harmonica player Mickey Raphael, provided the perfect accompaniment throughout the evening. The arrangements were stripped down and intimate, allowing every note to breathe and every lyric to resonate. The interplay between Nelson's nylon string guitar and Raphael's harmonica created moments of pure magic that seemed to suspend time itself. The emotional crescendo. The evening's emotional peak came during Nelson's rendition of Always on My Mind. As he began the familiar opening lines, his voice cracked slightly, not from age, but from the weight of emotion. The lyrics, which speak of regret and lost love, took on new meaning when delivered by someone who has lived through decades of relationships, losses, and life's inevitable changes. The audience sat in complete silence, hanging on every word. Many were visibly moved, with tears streaming down faces throughout the venue. It wasn't just the song, it was the accumulation of a lifetime of experiences being channeled through Nelson's weathered but still powerful voice. What separated this performance from countless others was Nelson's complete emotional vulnerability. Gone was any pretense or showmanship. This was pure, unfiltered artistry. His guitar playing, while technically simple, carried decades of muscle memory and emotional intelligence. Every note felt necessary, every pause meaningful. Willie Nelson's emotionally devastating performance represents more than just an exceptional concert. It stands as a testament to the enduring power of authentic artistry. In an industry often focused on youth and commercial appeal, Nelson proves that true talent only deepens with age and experience. As the final notes of Stardust faded into the Nashville night, the audience knew they had witnessed something special. This wasn't just Willie Nelson's last performance. It was a masterclass in how to live, love, and create art that matters. The tears shed that night weren't just for the music. They were for the recognition that we were in the presence of something increasingly rare. An artist who has never compromised his truth for commercial success. For those fortunate enough to be present, the memory of this performance will serve as a reminder of why music matters, why authenticity trumps perfection, and why Willie Nelson will forever remain not just a country music legend, but a national treasure whose influence extends far beyond any single genre or generation. The grown men who wept that night weren't just crying for Willie Nelson. They were crying for themselves, for lost loves, for the passage of time, and for the beautiful, heartbreaking experience of being human. In providing that catharsis, Nelson achieved what all great artists strive for. He made his audience feel less alone in the world. Thank you for watching. Help to subscribe my channel. See you next time.